We have our manager Giovanni van Bronckhorst and goalkeeper Allan McGregor here. We will take questions from the German media first. I can only see one German journalist on the call as it stands, which we will translate, and then we'll move into questions from Scottish media, which we won't translate. If I can ask, if you would like to ask a question, can you please use the raised hand function, which you can find in the bottom of your Zoom, and Dan, our translator, will just run through that for German media.
Ja, guten Tag und willkommen zur Pressekonferenz der Glasgow Rangers mit unserem Cheftrainer Giovanni van Bronckhorst und unserem Torwart Allan McGregor. Wir bitten zunächst die deutschen Kollegen, ihre Fragen zu stellen. Benutzen Sie dazu bitte das Handzeichen im Zoom-Call unten, das finden Sie. Und Sie werden dann aufgerufen, Ihre Frage wird übersetzt. Die schottischen Fragen danach werden nicht übersetzt.
Nick Rahman, yeah, sorry, can we get recording permission, please?
Yeah, sorted for you now, Rahman. And okay, we will start with German media. If you could just indicate please who your question's for, and we'll go to Jürgen from Ruhr Nasri.
Die Frage geht an Jürgen.
Yep, go ahead.
Thanks for having me. Mr. van Bronckhorst, you're likely to face a kid or a former kid that you know very well, Gio Reyna, on the pitch. Can you please describe your relationship that you have for a long time? How he was in your house, how you helped him to comfort himself when he came to Europe, and what it means to face him in this encounter today or tomorrow?
Well, it's I play with his father, Claudio, and I'm very good friends with the whole family, actually, for many years. And Gio, I know from the day he was born, so I have a special relationship with him as a friend, but also as a player, because he, as you said, he came to Holland quite a lot to train with our youth academy at Feyenoord. So he was in our house, and we were trying to help him to get the player to be the player he is now, and so always kept in contact, always saw each other at least once a year, and it's a special bond I have with the Reiner family, and will be special for I think for both of us to play against each other, and so hopefully it's a good game. And the competitors we are, we want to win, but it's obviously a very special moment.
Dan, translation, please.
You need a translation, as everything was in English.
Translate that one, please.
Okay, die Frage war an den Trainer, was es für ihn bedeutet. Es ist sicherlich eine besondere Beziehung mit Giovanni Reyna. Was es eben für ihn bedeutet, gegen diesen Youngster jetzt auch zu spielen. Und die Antwort des Trainers war, ja, ich habe mit seinem Vater Claudio gespielt und wir kennen uns natürlich schon sehr lange. Wir sind Freunde, ich bin mit der Familie befreundet. Ich kenne Giovanni, seit er geboren ist. Und wir sind Freunde, ich kenne ihn auch als Spieler gut. Er hat, wie Sie eben auch erwähnt haben, in der Jugend in Feyenoord viel trainiert, und da habe ich ihn natürlich auch beeinflussen können, und wir haben eben auch geholfen, dass er der Spieler geworden ist, der er heute ist. Also ich habe ganz definitiv eine besondere Beziehung zur ganzen Reyna-Familie. Wir kennen uns gut, und klar, wir sind alle Sportsleute und Athleten und wollen morgen natürlich ein gutes Spiel haben.
Okay, there's no other questions from German media that I can see, so we're going to move straight into Scottish and UK journalists without translation, and we'll go to Luke from Sky, please.
Hi Giovanni, I was just wondering how big a step up this is for Rangers this season in terms of this quality of opposition and how you deal with that.
Well, it's we're playing against one of the top sides in Europe. It's of course it's very nice for us to be still involved in Europe. So when you are involved in Europe after the winter break, you're gonna play against a very good opposition. So we are relishing the challenge to play against a top side, and we just go out and try to go to the next round. So for us, it's a challenge and very good to be involved still in Europe.
Joshua Barry, please.
Hi Gio. Dortmund have a pretty poor defensive record in the Bundesliga. You'll know that they like to commit a lot of men to the turnover to try and win the ball back high. Is that an area that you think your team could have some success in the transitional moments tomorrow?
Well, I think those moments are always very special and very important in games, and especially against good sides. You don't, get a lot of chances, and those are moments you can create some danger. Of course, we have analyzed Dortmund very well. They won the weekend with 3-0, but had a spell was I think less than they wanted, but I think it's still a quality side with good players, good coach. So it will be a difficult game for us, but a game we want to play and relish.
Rahman, please.
Hi Giovanni, can you give us an update on Ryan Jack's fitness? Is he going to be available for both legs? Leon Balogun also. And can you just confirm, is Philippe Hollander not in your Europa squad?
Well, Philip is not in our squad. We have limited spaces, unfortunately, to get players registered. So for me to put Hollander out was a difficult decision, of course, because I know he's a very important player still for us. But we only played the first 60 minutes after so many months, so. He's not in the squad. Leon is not available for tomorrow. Hopefully he will be available for next week. And Ryan trained as normal the last couple of days, so is fit to come with us to Germany.
David Edgar, please.
I've got a question for Allan.
Yep.
Allan, you've played almost a record number of games for Rangers in Europe. When the team goes to play a match like this, when it's maybe different the domestic game, what are the kind of main differences in terms of the outlook? Because you're not going to have as much possession, and obviously the defence might have to sit a bit deeper.
Obviously, all European games are different. I think they're very different to domestic games. I think the European games, the opposition play a different way, but as the boss says, we've analysed that. We'll go out and try and do our best. Obviously you want to try and win every game, although it will be difficult because of a top opposition. But I think the sort of way the game goes in Europe is different than domestic.
Andrew McLean, please.
Hi, a question for Giovanni. Giovanni, a lot is said about the Westfalen Stadion and the atmosphere there. There's only going to be 10,000 supporters there, whereas you'll have 50,000 supporters at Ibrox next week. Could that play into your hands at all in this tie?
Well, of course, it's different to play for 10,000 people than with a full stadium. We know the differences. We had those games in the season also with both full stadiums and less crowd, but still we're facing a good team so for me that's no difference. We just have to go out and perform. It's two games. We know we have the game in hand next week at home, so we want to have a good result to take back with us to Rangers, as good as possible. So, and next week we have the second game at home with full capacity and full crowd, full backing. So the difference is there, but our aim is the same, to get the best result possible.
Michael Grant, please.
Hi, Gio. It looks as if Haaland is going to be missing the game for Dortmund. I wonder how big a factor you think that is, and how you approach the game. Or is there an element of relief that you won't be coming up against him?
Well, I mean, it's no doubt. Everyone recognizes the talent he has, the player he is. I mean, he's one of the top strikers in the world. So, yes, of course, it's for us. It's just a case to also prepare the game without him. I mean, Dortmund have been playing without him for weeks. So for me, that's just prepare the players in which opposition we will we will face also the qualities of the players. So looks like he's almost back to play, but everyone recognizes his talent, but we have to prepare the game in which players we face, and it looks like he won't be in the squad tomorrow. But if he is, we're gonna prepare as well if he was playing. So, but the quality he has, I mean, there's no doubt he is a good player.
Mark Dingwall, please.
Volunteer. Alfredo Morelos has enjoyed a superb run under yourself. For a game like this, do yourself and Roy and your staff, do you coach him specifically for a role, or do you allow him to play his natural game to seek out the areas where he enjoys playing?
I think it's a combination. Of course, you have players who will play, with their intuition at moments of the game, and I think we have to give that freedom to players, not only to Alfredo, but also, especially of course the strikers. So they will have, they are able to play with intuition, but you want to have your shape, you want to have your defensive and offensive shape as a team, and Alfredo has a big role in that. So yes, of course, at moments he has to take the position we want him to become dangerous and to become better and better shaped as a team. But there are moments he has freedom to do whatever he feels, in those situations. He's one of the players who can do that. We have, especially strikers. Ryan is also a player who has the freedom to do whatever in areas we want him to be. So I think it's a combination.
We'll do Stephen McGowan and then Chris Jack just to finish, please.
Hello Giovanni, can I just ask, I guess a team of the calibre of Dortmund, kind of favourites to win the Europa League, do you learn so much about your players? Is this the kind of game you want to be playing in for that reason?
I mean, well, we are football players. We are managers. We want to play against best opposition possible in all the competition we have. So I think it's normal. You want to. You are a player to live the moments we are facing now. Playing in Europa League, playing against Borussia Dortmund. Those are the games you want. And so that's why you work hard, from when you're young to be able to play these games. So yes, everyone is excited and ready to play this game against the big opposition in a nice stadium. So we have to make sure we are gonna enjoy the game and make sure we are good prepared and try to win this tie. So. That's what you want in life. That's what you want in football, to have challenges, to face challenges, and to overcome the challenges.
And Chris, go ahead, please.
Hi, Gio. You spoke last week about Alfredo's contract situation and hoping to open discussions with him. Joe Aribo and Ryan Kent are in a similar situation. Are they two players who you have spoken to about extending their contracts, or do you plan to do that anytime soon?
No, I haven't spoken with them about extending contracts or new talks. I mean, it's something obviously the club will do in the near future. So it's just make sure we have the future well planned. Of course, these are players who are very important for our club, for our team. So I think the talks will begin, but it's obviously the players with these qualities you want to have as long as possible with your club.